This video is to go over the melody picking song that we went over in the last class, which was on November 30th, and Silent Night. And so I'm going to go through it slowly, and we're going to use the pattern that I described during the class, which is we're going to pick a note and then we're going to strum twice. And so Silent Night is in 3/4 time. And so we have to maintain that 3 beats to the measure cadence throughout the song. And so the song starts out, the melody starts out on this, if you play the G chord, so we're going to do similar to what we did in Twinkle Twinkle. We're going to use the chords for the most part to get the melody notes. And so in the key, we're doing it in the key of G, and we're doing it in the lower, we're starting out in the lower part of the scale. I sent you a 2-octave G scale along with the tablature for the song. And so we're going to be starting out in that lower part of the G scale. And if we form that G chord, we're going to be picking the 4th string, which happens to be the D string. So it's going to be pick and then 2 strums. So it's silent. So, okay. And then, so that takes care of the first 2 measures of the song. The first measure, rather. Sorry. And then we're going to pick, also still on the G chord, we're going to pick the 5th string, which is the A string, and we have our finger in the G chord on the 2nd fret of the A string, so that's going to be a B note. A, B, A, B. Okay, A, B. So it's, to start from the beginning, I'm going to play that 3rd string open. Silent night, holy night. So there's 2 repetitions of that. Silent night, holy night. Okay, so that's the first 4 measures of the song. Silent night, holy night. And that's all with the G chord, which I'm playing with this, like this form, not this form, because it's easier for me to switch. We're going to be switching to the D chord, and we're going to be switching to the C chord. So it's much easier to switch from this G form to the C chord. And I believe it's easier to switch from just this G form to the D chord as well. So in this form, we have our second finger on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and our 3rd finger on the 6th string on the 3rd fret. And then we have our pinky finger on the 1st string on the 3rd fret. Okay? Okay. So try to use that form. I think you'll find it a little easier to play if you do use that form. Okay. So let's start from the top again. Let me begin again. Silent night, holy night, And then after we play those 4 measures, we're going to switch to the D chord like this. And we're going to play the 3rd string of the D chord to pick our melody note. So that's our first finger is on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. The 3rd string is the G string, so that note is going to be an A note. Okay. All is. And then we have to, this is the only note in the song that we have to do something unusual outside the chords for, okay? So the next note is an F sharp, and to get that F sharp, we have to take our pinky, still forming the D chord, put our pinky on the 4th string on the 4th fret, okay? So that's going to be a little bit difficult to do at first, but I think if you work at it, you will be able to get it. So so that part of the song goes, all is calm, all is calm. So it's 3rd string, pick, strum, strum, and then 4th string on the F sharp note with your pinky. Calm, all is calm. And then we're going back to the G chord, and we're playing the 3rd string. It's just an open string, so that's a G note. And then we're dropping down to the 4th string, also an open string. All is bright, all is bright. Okay, so let's play from the beginning what we have so far. So we're starting out with the G chord from the beginning. Silent night, holy night, and up to the D chord. All is calm. Back to the G chord. All is bright. Okay? So one more time. So we're starting out on the 3rd string on that G chord, which is an open string. Then 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string. Then up to the 3rd string pick for the D chord. And we hit that F sharp note with our pinky and hit that note, which is on the 4th string. And we're switching back to the G chord. We're going to hit the open 3rd string and the open 4th string. Okay, you with me so far? And then we're going to go to the C chord, and we're going to have a little bit of a repeat. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. So it's going to be C and then G and then C and then G, okay? So it's when we do our pick strum, it's going to be round, so 4th string, pick, round, yon, then 3rd string, virgin. Then we switch to the G chord and we pick the 4th string, mother, and then the 5th string, child, just like at the beginning of the song, mother and child. And then we switch back to C and go back to that 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, etc. that's kind of the middle part of the song. But it is a little bit of a repeat. You know, it's this. And then that repeats. Okay, so got that part. Hopefully, if not, just rewind and do it again. And then that brings us towards the end of the song. So after and we're going back to the D chord, and we're going to hit the third string, which is being pressed by our first finger in the D chord. And then we're switching to a D7 and hitting the second string. Heavenly, sleep in heavenly peace. Then we're hitting the third string. We're going to the G chord. We're hitting the third string. Peace. And then the second string. So those are both open in the G chord, but we're just using the G chord to put so our fingers are in the right place, which in this case is not on the string. And we're picking those two strings and then strumming because we need the chord. And then for this next part, we can actually play the three melody notes because it's just descending within the G chord. Sleep in, so it's 3, 4, 5. Sleep in, sleep in. And then back to the D chord. Wait a minute. Sleep in head, yeah, D chord, but we're playing sleep in head. We're playing the D string, which is the root of the D chord. Heavenly, then just that low G piece, which is in the G chord. We're switching to the G chord, and we're going to play our third finger is on the third fret on the E string, so it's E, F, G. That's a G note. And that's the one we're going to hit. And that it's not shown in the tab, but that chord, I think, I'm pretty sure repeats. And then we start again. Okay? So let's just go through the whole thing slowly. So we're starting out the G chord on the third string, which is open string in the G chord. Repeat it. Then we're going up to D, and we got to grab that F sharp, back to G, C, G, C chord, G chord, D chord, D7 chord, G chord. Okay, and then our final couple of measures, the next measure we're going to be plucking every note of the melody within the G chord. So we're going to the G chord, sleep, and then back to D. We're going to pick that open D string, which is the fourth string, and then finally we're going to hit that low G note within the G chord. Switch back to G. that's it for doing the pick strum strum technique. If you're feeling particularly ambitious, you can add some other melody notes, whatever sounds good to you. It's all on the tablature, but you are going to have to go outside the notes that are in the actual chords in some cases. Okay, have fun with this. A couple of you we've learned through the individual lessons have been making good progress on these finger picking songs. A few of you actually. So keep working at it, and we'll see you next time.